vivid vision is, it's a lot to birth that. And it can become one of the most powerful documents and tools in your organization and in your life, but it's also the easiest thing to keep putting off. And so the dedicated time at this retreat truly allowed me to bring it to life, and in a dedicated container. And I feel like it condensed months of otherwise work in bits and pieces into just a few days.
It helps you build a blueprint of ultimately what you have in your mind, your soul, your spirit, bringing it to life within a living, breathing document that you live and think through every single day of your life. There are some very big decisions that I was actually able to take action on because of this experience, and has already changed my life in like 2 days. So.
In the last 4 days of this event, I've had more breakthroughs than I feel like I've had in that condensed of a period of time before.
This retreat's been different than anything else I've been to because Alex and Jen have dialed in an experiential process. I mean, using music, using breath, using masterminding, using their own amazing experience and everything that they've created.
We know our business, we know our products, we know what we do, but to sit down and actually create that 3-year vision is often very difficult when you're in your own business. If you want to be successful and you want to really create your dreams, then your vision is the thing, like Jen says, you create the vision that pulls you towards it.
Honestly, setting the standard for me now of what I want an event to be like, and I'm not sure I'm gonna get that anywhere else other than with Alex and Jen. So they've also structured it in a way where there's a lot of different ways you can try to get in touch with yourself, you know, whether it's from writing to talking with other people who you've never met before and trying to explain the vision.
You know, there's also something so beautiful about being in a group with other entrepreneurs who are expanders for you, you know? Like I would have conversations with people and I'm like, I want to do that too, or that sounds amazing, or like, you know, what does Jen say? I'll have some of that.
Doing this in collaboration. So there were some exercises that we did with partners that I realized, as much as I love writing and visioning, I wouldn't have gotten this level of clarity just sitting down and writing on my own, or even writing and working with a copywriter. So my biggest ahas really came from like expanded possibilities that came through connection and the conversation.
The integration between my personal vision and my business vision, and just having the clarity of how they're each going to support each other, is something that a very small percentage of the world does and takes the time for. But I can now see how my personal vision of what I desire for my world, for my life, is exactly congruent with what my business vision is.
All those things provide this huge encapsulating like feeling and just different ways to think about things that I've never seen before at an event in general.
What I'm really coming away from that process is a greater level of clarity than I've ever had on my vision, in a way that it feels so juicy and truly inspires me to live that life.
This is something entirely different that I don't think really exists anywhere else, and it's incredibly, incredibly valuable.
As an entrepreneur, do you have a vision? I'm gonna guess the answer is yes. For most entrepreneurs have a vision. That said, do you have your vision documented, published, clearly communicated to your team in a way that they can see, feel, and understand even when you're not there? And if you haven't done the vivid vision process, chances are that you don't. Chances are what you're experiencing is a gap between the vision that you have in your mind and how people in your reality are showing up to support you in that vision.
One of the most powerful things that we can possibly do is take time in the empty space, take time in the spaciousness to just get back to why we started, and being present to like, how do I actually feel? Am I enjoying this? Is this what I really want? And asking those bigger questions that, you know, sometimes we don't ask ourselves, who do I have to be in order to make that happen?
If you're feeling like you have too much to do and you can't fit this into your life, I think it is yet another compelling reason to really strongly consider coming. I think there's no accident. I think you have to pay attention to the fact that this invitation is landing in your life right now. And you've got to ask yourself, you know, is that an accident? I would say probably not.